Hey guys, DB Raw here, and welcome back to What If Fasha and Gine Survived? Continuing right where we left off, which, if I recall correctly, Garlic Jr. had just been defeated, Fasha and Gine's true selves restored, and well, a certain out of space king has arrived to seek revenge to what happened to his son on planet Namek. I am talking about, of course, King Cold. Now, as to blowing up the planet strictly from orbit, yes, King Cold probably would have done that and was seriously actually considering it. However, for what these monkeys did to Frieza, nah, he feels like the Saiyans deserve a bit more of a personal touch this time around. After all, in the original, Frieza didn't actually die. He survived barely and became um became Mecha Frieza and wanted to seek revenge himself. But this time, Frieza is dead, and King Cold is actually feeling this loss, so he is actually more likely to actually land on the planet and wring these Saiyans' necks himself. Also, he is fantasizing in that overgrown head of his. And well, Gine and Fasha, and of course, Vegeta and Raditz are very familiar with King Cold. They have all seen him at some point, and they know, even just by sensing him, he's stronger than Frieza. So it is all hands on deck. Okay, was smacking the couch really necessary? No, but you get the point. And well, as per Vegeta suggests, they are trying to sneak up on him without detecting this, setting off their scouters. Even with a couple of Super Saiyans with them, it's they gotta handle this situation carefully. After all, when they killed Frieza, Frieza was about to blow up Planet Namek. King Cold could very well easily do the same thing, and his species breathe in space. Vegeta, Fasha, and Gine know that. If King Cold feels he's on the losing side of this, he could easily do that. So it's best to stick to a stealthy approach and try and take him out quickly before he knows what's hit him. And well, this is where Future Trunks shows up and pretty much does away with King Cold's men instantly. And well, with Trunks standing before the king himself. Oh my, a local fly has come to introduce himself to me. Come to be swatted away by the king himself? Not quite. So you must be Frieza. No, that would be my son. I am the mighty, superior being King Cold. Wait, something isn't right, Trunks would be thinking to himself. Frieza is supposed to be here. Frieza and King Cold are supposed to make the appearance here. What has happened in this timeline? My son was killed on planet Namek. Not that you didn't know that, you pesky human! And King Cold angrily begins attacking Trunks, and this does actually catch Trunks a little bit off guard. Remember, Trunks is in his base form at this point, and King Cold is actually getting a little bit of an upper hand, at least at first. At first, if he hadn't have suddenly attacked Trunks like that, things would have gone pretty much the same way it did in the original timeline. But at least King Cold's able to actually get a shot in it at Trunks. However, thanks to Trunks' usage of his sword, he is able to get some distance away from King Cold. Hmm, you're not half bad. You must be a Saiyan. Hmm, you guess right, King Cold. Let's just say Fasha and Gine aren't the only Super Saiyan. Well, that's wrong. He wouldn't know about Fasha and Gine. He's from the original timeline, so my bad. Scratch that. He'd be saying, let's just say Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan around here. Goku? What's a Goku? You probably know him as Kakarot. That name does not ring any bells. Drunks cannot understand what is going on here. He should know who Goku is, thanks to Oh right, Frieza is dead. So things have definitely changed in this timeline already, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he used the time machine. So at least the Supreme Kai of Time cannot blame him for this one. So anyways, Trunks transforms into a Super Saiyan, and King Cold is not actually intimidated by the form. Not at all. He's more looking at it, as in, I can see how my son was defeated then. But it's not still no threat to me. I don't see no reason to worry. After all the scouters are destroyed. As far as I know, King Cold can't sense energy. However, once Trunks begins attacking, King Cold is pretty much left at his mercy. And, well, like how Vegeta, Gine, and Fasha predicted, who were there, of course, watching the battle with the rest of the Z Warriors, Goku and Raditz included, King Cold's about to throw a gigantic ball of energy and pretty much blow up the Earth along with everybody except himself. And much like Trunks did with Frieza, Trunks just catches it and holds it in the air and throws it back at King Cold, who manages to evade it. And there's a cool big explosion in space that can be seen by everybody on the planet, basically. And, well, basically, Trunks had enough and basically starts wailing on King Cold and then finishes him off with an energy attack. And everyone else arrives, and well, he already sees Goku standing there, and he tries to address Kakarot as Goku. Because remember, Goku is Kakarot in this timeline. Goku, I wish to talk to you. Huh? Goku? You got the wrong guy, dude. My name's Kakarot. But that was some cool Super Saiyan fighting we saw there. Um. Oh, right, yeah. Kakarot. I forgot. And Since the plan was to tell Goku what, what the warning is, he tells his alternate timeline counterpart Kakarot the bad news that in 3 years' time, the Earth's going to be taken over by a couple of androids who just love massacring people. And that everyone they know and love is going to end up dead. Even my parents, Bulma and Vegeta. And, well, after all that, he is also given the heart medication. And, well, Trunks is very surprised to see a lot of faces he doesn't know, including Gine, Fasha, and Raditz, all of them wearing Saiyan armor, like Vegeta. Yeah, Vegeta's wearing Saiyan armor. He's not wearing the pink shirt. I know how funny the pink shirt is, but he's been on Earth for a long time and does have access to clean Saiyan suits, thanks to Bulma. And yeah, Kakarot does laugh himself silly at the news that Vegeta and Bulma are his parents. And well, after a brief sparring match with Kakarot, who's since turning Super Saiyan in the previous story with Garlic Jr., and having sparring sessions with Raditz, Fasha, and his mother, his power is more or less the same as what it was at this point in the original timeline, so he's still able to fight off Trunks' sword with a mere finger. After all, Kakarot or Goku, whatever you want to call him, has always had a talent for battling and getting stronger. And think, he was a power level of 1 when he was born. Quite impressive. Oh, if only Bardock knew! And depending which timeline you prefer, he did know. Alright, so with that all sorted, Kakarot now has to decide how he's going to tell the others, but just like in the original, Piccolo takes care of it. And that everyone except Gohan is supposed to die in the initial battle, and Piccolo also reveals he seemed kind of surprised about the appearance of Fasha, Gine, and Raditz. Not to mention, he kept calling you Goku. It's reason to believe that he's from a completely different timeline to ours. But still, I advise we heed his warning and prepare for these androids. In case you can't tell, that was a Piccolo voice I was trying to do. And well, so everybody's off to prepare themselves for this new approaching threat, and that apparently these androids are supposed to be stronger than Super Saiyans. Oop, excuse me. Yeah, you heard that. And well, everyone decides to do training in their own way. Vegeta doesn't see much cause to really leave the planet because, like you said, he's got access to Super Saiyans here with Goku. Ugh, so I keep forgetting to call him Kakarot Raditz, and well, not so much Raditz because he and Fasha are about to take a space trip themselves, and well, the reason being, Fasha hasn't really had much time to really catch up with Raditz. After all, she knew Raditz as a kid, used to love getting him in headlocks and giving him noogies. You know, just a chance to get to know the man and kind of fighter he has become now. It's kind of an opportunity. It's alright. Mummy Gine will have her turn in about, well, depends how long these space trips take. But let's give him a year. And well, you can't help but wonder, is something actually going on there? And, well, as Fasha and Raditz are training in outer space, Raditz does tell her a bit about his life. Um, being tormented by the prince all the time for being so weak back in the day, and being treated like that by Nappa. And well, she can completely understand being mocked by the elite, having gone through it herself. But you shouldn't let them dictate who you are. You were strong, Raditz, even back then. You had the sense to use your environment as your weapon. You had the sense to think things through. Something that a lot of these so called elite Saiyans tend to lack. And more often or not, would get themselves killed while we, the lower class, kept getting stronger right under their noses. Your father had a power level of 10,000. His power rivaled that of the kings. There is nothing wrong with fighting smarter and not harder. And well, Raditz just feels a lot better knowing there's someone around who understands that teamwork, being smarter, are also essential to winning battles, not just power level and strength. And Raditz, who just reminded her so much of Bardock, especially with the that red sort of ribbon that he has tied to his arm. Oh yes, and well, a year alone together, they do develop a relationship. But Fash is like 20 years older than Raditz, 10 to 20 years older than Raditz. That's just gross. Yeah, but remember, Saiyans keep their youthful appearance right up until they hit about 80, so they can fight longer. So it's not really a problem. Plus, Fasha and Gine have been sort of secretly been pulling a Bulma and reducing their their years every 2 years, every couple of years or so. They knock back a few years using with Shenron's help. So age isn't really a factor here. And I think, at least for now, this is where we're going to leave things. So, what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this part of the story? And yes, I did get the suggestion of making Raditz and Fasha a couple in this timeline from someone in the comments. Thank you for pointing that out. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty good idea. And yeah, next time I see you, we'll be getting right into the Android saga. As always, please like and subscribe, drop a comment. See you next time.